I hope I don't scare anybody with this, because I wanted to cover resistance strategies. This is something that I encountered where I finally found the right set of antibiotics, and I actually tried, well, I did a lot of different studies, and nobody could ever really find anything. There was a PCR test that was done. They said that there was a parasite present, but they couldn't tell me what it was. I did several other parasitic tests. Of course, I did the bacterial test, and then I found a doctor who was able to detect a protozoal parasite, and it wasn't a well-known one. So, but I had cycled through a number of antibiotics, a number of anti-protozoal agents, and actually I found a good hit on, it only took about 4 or 5 days. I found a good hit on a drug. It's called Alenia. It's used for, I think it's got antibacterial properties as well, but typically it's used as an anti-protozoal agent. I use that in combination with, I'll write it down here, Alenia with paromomycin, I think is what it is, which is kind of an old school drug. And so probably within 4 or 5 days, it worked really well because my stomach was very inflamed. It looked like it was almost pregnant, and and hard from the inflammation and the immune system attacking there. Within a short period of time, it worked, and then I kind of hit a boomerang effect where it regained its strength on me. So naturally, I went back, did some more Alenia and paromomycin, and didn't get the results from it. But I did a second. I've cycled through a lot of natural antibiotics, which is my preference. And there's, believe it or not, there's all kinds of agents in the natural world that can do that. And you also have to think that a lot of plants, have to have natural immune systems, so they generate a lot of chemicals to help protect them against this. So I was quite shocked to read how many natural things there are out there, besides like oil oregano or something like that. That's kind of a well-known one, but there's a whole bunch of them. But I did actually caprylic acid, because I had read that there was a woman, her daughter had a protozoal parasite. She used caprylic acid, or you'll find the other monolaric acid, or I think the brand name is monolaurin. So those are actually fats, so I can spell right, fats that come from coconut oil. And they're sort of processed to extract these particular acids out of there. And actually coconut oil has a pretty wide spectrum. It can kill off a number of different things, including viruses and some bacteria. I wouldn't say that it's foolproof for every one of those. And the protozoal parasite, and I would suspect yeast and fungus as well. It can be, I've heard a couple stories that, a lot of people didn't tolerate it well. Perhaps they were doing too much of it. But that caprylic acid took out the infection. And again, it was in this 4 to 5 day window. It was really quite amazing.